Well, all right, here we go. It is Rangemaster TACCon Day 1. It's conference style, right? So basically, it's first come, first serve out on the range. And they limit, of course, the number of people on the range. And then after that, you got to get to another class or try something else. The classroom ones tend to get better attendance because there's much less or many more seats in there. So my goal this morning is a long-range pistol class, first thing, and then there's going to be a lecture on international travel, which I love to travel internationally. So I'm going to try to get those in the morning. In the afternoon, there's a couple other classes. If I get into those, we'll talk about them at lunch. And then my hope is to get a Ayoob class in this afternoon as well. And maybe, depending on how the live fire classes go, if I can't get into one of the live fire classes at 1, Caleb Causey's teaching tactical casualty care, and that's a 4-hour block. So if I don't get into the live fire class, I'm definitely going to that today. So there's so much good stuff, man, you got to choose. But so just so you know the kind of the life of my goofy YouTube-ness, right? So that's, you can see it's up on my Facebook right now. But I sat this morning and, moderated comments and looked at things, made sure everything is ready to go so that everybody gets their lesson for the day, because I don't want to slack off on everybody else getting a lesson because I'm going to go get a lesson. So I did my work this morning. Let's head to the range and get registered. Man, out here in the parking lot, and as you can see, came out this morning, had some rain last night, still raining a little bit. Some folks love the mantra, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. I prefer, if it ain't raining, we ain't cold and wet and miserable. But I brought some rain gear. We'll suck it up and deal with it. Okay, got my name tag, everything's in order so that we can get in there. I did cheat too, so I saw Shelly Hill.
There's no cheating. He did everything right.
I snuck behind the line to say hi to Shelly, and it's Lynn Gibbons' birthday. So hi, Lynn, happy birthday.
Hi.
But dude,
look at my root. Wait, you gotta get a zoom of these, baby.
Of the fancy shoes, the birthday shoes. You're what?
Ruby sneakers.
26 today? 26 today. Awesome.
63.
So I gotta go line up, man. There's so many crazy people here. It's so many.
We are full.
We are full. So this
Right
first class is
after
full. You can see
This distinguished gentleman with the cane.
they're taking 45 in the first one, in the first line, and so off we go, baby. Long-range pistol shooting, and it looks like I made it in that first one, which is exciting. All right, here we go. We're going to start with some instruction. Marty Hayes and Bill McCormack up there. Long-distance pistol is our first one. I'm excited.
And as a good overall commander, his job is to supervise and advise me and or stop any safety issues, but there won't be any. We staff are checking your draw strokes to make sure that they're safe. We're not doing any coaching except for to stop unsafe habits. Ready?
Gabe White's one of the fastest shooters you'll ever see in your life, so we're going to film him. I did not speed that up.
You are not making the gun fire. You are pressing the trigger. The gun fires when it wants to fire. Okay, you just put pressure on the trigger. We're going to do a bout of dry fire, and when you see that, if your sights are wobbling at all, then you're making the gun fire. You're saying, okay, now, as opposed to press, oh, there it went, and then nothing moved.
Dude, end of day 1. This is my friend Paul. You guys know Paul Carlson from Safety Solutions Academy, and man, what a great day. What'd you do today, Paul?
Oh, good stuff. Started out this morning, learned a little bit about women in the industry. Spent some time at the ladies panel, listening to professional firearms instructors and other industry professionals that are female talk about things from their perspective.
Cool.
Which was good. Then, international travel and security.
Dude, so good. Gary Greco. We both sat in that one together.
Yes. Very good class. I've done some international traveling, but I want to do more.
Did you see? He had a list like 40 countries he's been to in the last 18 months.
It was in 18 months. What a life.
What a life. Well, okay, and like he's a high-level guy in a 3-letter agency in the federal government,
right.
so he does these things. But I was like, dude, I need your travel schedule.
Yeah.
Like, holy guy and his wife live in Italy part-time now, and all this stuff. Great class.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to learning more about that. It gave me a lot of really good jumping-off points to do some more research and understanding.
Big time.
Yeah. Then some lunchtime.
Chill.
Shot the pistol match today.
Oh, how'd you do?
I'm happy with how I did. I took a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 2.0, fresh from the
Okay.
box, put it in the holster.
Fresh out of the box.
Fresh out of the box, never fired.
With a mag fix.
With the mag fix,
So,
bunch of them actually. Yeah.
Gotta go magfix.co. That's Paul's gig. Fixes. And you say, what does it fix? It fixes the magazine problem
right.
on the Shield.
That's right. Yeah, it was slick. I dropped 2 points. I was a little bit bummed. I pushed a little too hard, shot a little too fast. But going 198 out of 200, not so bad with a gun I've never fired before, and
Right.
I'm happy with that. So, and then I shot a bunch of video this afternoon. Kind of cruised around and took a look at what was going on. Listened to Ayoob for a whole bunch, talk about unconventional wisdom. Yeah,
So good.
I like how he breaks that up. He talks about some of those unconventional wisdom things in the Mag 40 class, but this class simply says, here's what your typical defense attorney is going to try and do with your armed self-defense case, and understand that they may not be doing you a favor because they're used to dealing with guilty people,
Right.
as opposed to people that are innocent using self-defense.
There was a couple of today I learned things in Moss's class.
I heard
in
you
his
say it out
2-hour
loud.
lectures.
You said I heard it out loud.
Yeah, and I was like, well, today I learned.
Yeah.
Like, I just learned something, and man, that was such a good class, dude. That
What was
so
the biggest takeaway that you had from that class?
You
Have
know-
you done a Mag 40? That's my first question.
I haven't. So I haven't done a Masada Ayoob class. I haven't trained with Moss yet. I tried every time Phil brings him into Arizona, I'm out of the country.
Well, there's one in Ohio that I know about, and I know a guy's house you could crash at.
When is that?
May 19 through 22, Northeast Ohio.
Okay.
It's short notice.
Let me-
for you,
let me
but
check the
your
calendar
you got
and the
a place to
budget.
stay. Yeah, right.
So to me, I mean, just little tidbits. Like he said that Colonel Boyd hated his
was sweet.
thing being called the OODA loop, and he's
Yeah.
like, that's terrible. It's an OODA, and I was like, well, all right. I mean, that's what the guy wants it to be called.
Right.
We'll call it that.
There's no such thing as an OODA.
Right. Well, and I love this idea that says, man, so many defense attorneys base their strategy on defending guilty people.
Right, because that's what
But-
they do 99 times out of 100.
But self-defense is an affirmative defense and is a good guy defense. Is
Right.
no, we did the right thing. We're saying we did the right thing, and so that mindset. And he said several times, if your defense attorney says, "Oh, I'm going to wait to make my statement until after the prosecution's done," get out of there. You don't want him on your
Right.
team.
That was great because I think what it did is it gave people specific warning signs. If you hear your attorney say this, probably a great defense attorney. That's why you got him, right? But he might not be the defense attorney for you if you're an innocent individual. And that's what self-defense is. It's about innocence.
Well, and I think so. So one of the big ones for me from Moss's class was him talking about the defendant taking the stand.
Yeah.
And going,
Yeah.
for most people, they're like, well, the defendant doesn't take the stand. Well, if he's guilty, no, don't take the
Right.
stand. But if he's not guilty, who else is going to better explain why he did what he did? So
Absolutely.
just incredible stuff, man.
Yeah.
Great stuff, man. I'm looking forward to
Great
day 2.
day. Day 2's going to be awesome.
What's your start tomorrow? Do you know?
I'm coming out first thing, and I don't know where I'm going to head first. I'm going to look for. My problem right now is I've got 3 or 4 things at the same time that I'd like to be doing, and so tonight I got to do some weighing and figure out where it is I'm going to be. I know I'm going to be getting a lever gun going Sunday. I know
Cecil
that.
Birch and Greg Ellifritz for me tomorrow
Right,
morning.
and those are the 2 that I'm actually thinking about too. And so I just got to look at competing stuff and see what's there.
Legit. Thanks,
Right on.
Paul.
Hey, thank you.
Whew, heading out, man. So I got to obviously pay attention to the road here more than anything else, but what a day of learning. Man, what a day of learning. A day of really good relationships, and man, it's not done yet. We're going to go freshen up real quick at the room and kick back a little bit for a few minutes and then head to dinner with some friends and enjoy the evening a little bit before we get to bed early so that tomorrow's awesome. So, man, a great day of great learning. Can't wait for tomorrow.